What is going on YouTube? Jay here from MJTech. Today coming with another unboxing and review of a wireless CarPlay dongle for your vehicle. And this one is made by Ottocast. We're going to be comparing it to the old Cplay2Air. This is the 3-year-old one that I tested on my Ram 1500 back in 2018. And yes, now we have a newer, faster, and more reliable version of it, which is the Autocast U2. I have tested this quite a bunch and it is working very nicely. But the best part of it is that, well, both of them connect at the same speed in terms of getting paired with your smartphone and doing its job. But the cool part about this one is that it is a lot more stable. It doesn't crash. This one does crash, but keep in mind that this is a 3-year-old dongle and this is the newest one in 2021. So again, I'm very happy to see this. And something I also want to clarify before I do the unboxing here is that a lot of people ask me, does it work for this car? Does it work for that car? And they mention different brands. I get the comments all the time. With every wireless dongle that you get, if your car came equipped from the dealership with, or factory, whatever you want to call it, if it came equipped with wired CarPlay, this will work on any brand. It doesn't matter the model, it doesn't matter anything. If your car came equipped from factory with wired CarPlay, yes, it will work. So anyways, let's go ahead and unbox here the Autocast U2. And of course, I already tested it. In this case, we're going to be testing it on a Toyota Corolla 2020. This is the dongle right here. And the difference between this one and the Cplay2Air is that, well, this one already comes with the cable attached to it. This one does not. But other than that, they have just about the same weight and almost the same dimensions, as you can tell. So there's not a lot of difference in terms of physical aspects. You can see right there the Autocast brand. On the back side here, we get the model number, which is the U2, as I said before. So this one will just give you CarPlay. It doesn't have Android, it doesn't have YouTube or Netflix or any of those things that we like to use. This will just give you wireless CarPlay. Keep that in mind. Then inside here we have a little divider, and you have like a little extra box here that will give us the USB cable. It goes from regular USB to USB-C right here, and one end will get connected here to the dongle itself. You can also connect it directly here with your phones. Let's say you're using the iPhone, of course, then you will connect it here and you can do straight connection. You don't have to use the wireless feature. So there we go. This is how you set it up, and then this part will get connected to your car's USB hub and you are all set to go. So of course, here we have the manuals. In case you don't know how to use this, you can read them, and a little adapter here that goes from USB 3.0, this is the regular type A, to USB-C, as you guys can tell. And that's all we get here inside of the box. So with this being said, let's go to that Corolla, test it out, and see how good it is. So now let's get inside here, this Corolla 2020, my brother's car. Excuse the mess inside. It is a little bit dirty, but there's nothing I can do to help it right now. So anyways, here we have that MMB that I reviewed a couple of weeks ago. I believe it was like about a month ago, and he got it from me, and he's very satisfied with this thing. And so the ones that we're going to work, like I said on the video, the ones that we're going to work with is the 3-year-old Cplay2Air, and here we have the Autocast. Now I went ahead and clear my phone from both of them, so we're going to do this from scratch. First, we're going to see how long it takes to pair from the beginning on the setup process. So what we're going to do is, of course, turn on the car here. Before I suffocate, it is quite hot outside, I have to admit. So there we go. Let's put this at the lowest capacity right there. And yes, here we have the radio. And this one, I believe it has a 10-inch display, if I'm saying that correctly. But this is the same system as we saw from the Toyota Camry, the 2018 model, in which I tested this box right here. So anyways, here we have the little USB hub. It's right underneath the front dash right here, right underneath the radio. Alrighty guys, so the first one we're going to start with is the Cplay2Air, and let's see how long it takes. I don't have it programmed on my phone as of right now, so what I'm going to do is of course get it connected right underneath here, and I would try to have a timer here on the display so that way we can see how long it takes before the radio reads it. Every car is different, of course, but now this is the 3-year-old first wireless dongle, and the cool part about this one is that it creates its own name based on the car that you connect it to. So in case you guys, let's say, get the Cplay2Air or have it already, you will notice how different brands will create a different Bluetooth name. So right now it is attempting to connect to my phone, even though I already erased it. So what I'm going to do here, it's go into general, I'm going to go into CarPlay, and actually it's right here, but I never authorized the phone after erasing it to reconnect. So let's go ahead and forget the device first. Let's see if we can do that. Forget this car, and we're going to attempt this again. So it says here other cars. Let's click on here again, and it will ask me eventually if I want to use the CarPlay. Okay, and again, this is for the connection. Let's see here, it says connecting, and as you guys can tell, this one is taking a little longer than usual, but there we have it. And again, that took I would say between everything about a minute to 2 minutes approximately. I could be wrong, but yes, now we have connected here to the Cplay2Air. Now the only issue I'm having with this one is that after, let's say, a couple of connections, like 3 or 4 connections approximately, the radio starts crashing. But keep in mind that this is their first one 3 years ago, so the only reason I'm doing a comparison is so that you can see how Ottocast has done some improvements to their products, and this one I would say connects a lot faster, but we're about to test that here. But again, the Cplay2Air still works, as you guys can tell. Maybe not as fluent as the Autocast U2, but yes, it is working. No wires whatsoever, as you guys can tell. Right here we just have the dongle connected right there. So now what I'm going to do is of course disconnect it. Let's do that now. And so in a second we will turn off the car. Actually, we should have done that before even attempting this with the other one, but let's go ahead and now set up here from the beginning the Autocast U2, and right there I just got it connected. You can see it right here. So let's see how long it takes for this one to get set up. And so let's go back here into settings. Let's go into Bluetooth settings on my phone. So there we go. This one again is a little bit faster, and it has that Toyota Bluetooth name, but this one is 3FF2. Okay, and I have not yet connected to it, as you guys can tell. So what I'm going to do is get connected here to the Bluetooth first. There we go. So let's just give it a second, and it says pairing unsuccessful. But now if we go here into general and we go into CarPlay, it should be read here as the 3FF2. So you can see the EB3A. This one has a different name, and it is just obvious to say that this one seems to be connecting a little bit faster. But of course we just need to wait until my phone, there we go, and now you can see my phone's name right there. And so all we have to do is just wait, and boom. So yes, it is, I would say, obvious to say that this one was a lot faster, guys. Again, this is the Autocast U2. Now with this one, I haven't had any issues in the sense of crashings. I haven't had any issues with the overall performance of it. It's quite smooth as well. Okay, so now we're gonna try here the Cplay2Air, and we're gonna see how fast it connects from the car being completely turned off. So first of all, let's go ahead and turn off the car. I already unplugged here the Autocast U2, and so let's turn off the AC, turn off the car, and let's get it connected here at the bottom right there. Boom. Okay, so now as you guys can tell, once again, the Cplay2Air. Let's go ahead and get this car started, and I would try to have the timer here on the display so that way we can see how long it takes with a timer, of course. Right now I have no way of telling, but here we have the iPhone, the 12 Pro Max, and so we can see that this one is definitely delaying a little bit. First of all, before the vehicle recognizes it, it's taking more than with the Autocast U2. And we're gonna do this test one more time with the Autocast U2, so that way you guys can definitely tell the difference. So there we go, it has connected to CarPlay. But now the big bummer with this particular one, the Cplay2Air, is the fact that it does crash after a couple of connections. It doesn't do it all the time, but it does crash. With the Autocast U2, I don't get any crashes. So there we go, guys. We have now completely connected. Let's go ahead and turn off the vehicle again. And very quickly, let's try the Autocast U2. And as you guys can tell, let's go ahead and hold on. Let me make sure I'm doing this correctly. There we go. So once again, the Autocast U2 right here. Let's go ahead and get the car started. And let's see how long it takes. Of course, we have to disregard the boot animation here and the caution message. This is all standard. There we go. And now keep an eye here at the bottom left side, and we will notice how in no time it will detect the dongle. So far as of right now, I think it's still under the time from the Cplay2Air, but there we go. It has read it already. Attempting to connect. It is, I think, slightly faster, but not by a big margin, guys. But now, like I said, and I've been saying throughout the video, what I like about the Autocast U2 is that it doesn't cause any crashes with the radio. So there we go, guys. That took, I will have to guess, maybe after all the boot up screen and all that caution message, I would say it took about 30 seconds to 40 seconds approximately to connect. It is not a long time, but yes, it is a little bit faster. I think this one took a little bit longer, like 45 to 50 seconds maybe. This one took about 35 to 40 seconds. So it is not a big difference, but at least you guys know that this one will be a little bit more reliable in terms of your radio not crashing, at least with Toyotas right here. My brother, my other one, the one with the black Camry, he tested it on his car and he had crashes with the first Cplay2Air. But keep in mind that there's another version of this that I would like to try out. But so far, the winner here is the Autocast U2. The link has been provided below. That's it for the video, guys. Let me know what you think about this dongle. Will you get it? Will you pass on it? Are you looking for the ones with Android, like the one that he has right there by MMB? Just let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more. Click on the bell icon, and I'll see you guys on my next one.